What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. That cackling you hear in the background is my friend Betsy Bethaniel III. See, I lied to you already. And we are obviously not in the garage. We are in Betsy Bethaniel's garage. And what we are working on this week is we are gonna take this really overpriced dresser that you bought off Facebook Marketplace, and we're gonna make it somewhat more manageable, and we're gonna do that with limited tools. I think it's gonna be a fun project, and this will probably be a future video when we upgrade this to the next level, but we need to get this in a higher class fashion. So Bethany, actually tell the people what you've already done to this dresser.
I sanded it, I painted the drawers, we knocked some cardboard out.
We painted that. Pretty much imagine the Hulk taking a shirt off in Endgame. That's how we got these off. We got the backing off. We got some 1/4-inch plywood we're gonna work with. This is a really long intro, so let's just get to work. How about that? Got all the staples off of the backing here. We then took the measurement, transferred it on to our new sheet of plywood. We are gonna cut this at 56 3/8. How's it look? Oh my. Alright, so we have our backing cut and sanded. Where did we put it? Right there. Thank you so much, Betsy Bethaniel. And now what we did is we popped off the old top because these dowels here were not super tight no more. So, and in the process, this bad boy came real loose. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna repurpose some of our old screws to get this faceplate re-secured. And then I think we're gonna just use the good old nail gun to get this top right back on. You can see the light clicked on. It's a great idea, obviously. So we're gonna get that going. All right, so we got all the old holes of the drawer pulls filled. Next, you saw me take off the old faceplate. We replaced it with a new 1x4, filled in those holes as well from my brad nailers. Same thing with the top. So once these all dry, we'll come over with some 220 grit, get it nice and smooth, and then Betsy over here is gonna repaint everything, isn't that right? So that's where we're leaving off for tonight. You can see the backing is in, the top is in and re-secured, and we're gonna come back with some sanding, with some painting, and with some new drawer holes. That was weird. All right, so we are back. It is the next day. As you can see, we went over the top with some 220 grit, as well as our baseboard here, as well as all the drawer fronts here to get everything nice and smooth. So we have these all prepared to be painted now. But before we do that, I'm gonna make a mess with some of this plywood and cut all the new bottoms for these drawers. So I'm gonna get into that. And all I'm gonna use for that is my circular saw, because remember, I'm on the move. I wanna show that you can do these type of DIY projects by yourself with limited tools and still be successful. So let's get to cutting. Alright, so we cut our new drawer bottoms to 26 inches wide, 13 inches deep, and those will slide right into the old drawer slots that were in the original design. Where they at, you can see that right there along the side and in the front here. So those will get secured there, but Betsy Bethaniel is gonna go through the rest of these drawers, ripped out all the old bottoms, as well as get out any nails. And then once I finish sanding the new bottoms, I'm gonna be painting the top, the sides, and the white part here. And if she's done, I can paint the old drawer fronts. So, let us begin. Just like that, we have our front now painted. What is this color called?
storm cloud.
Wow, dark storm cloud, so mystical. So here we are, we have it on our top and our sides and the front. Next, we have to figure out how we're gonna fix the drawers because, where did I put those? Right there. Because our new 1/4" pieces are too thick for the channels that they originally have. So we're gonna have to figure that out. And then we're gonna paint the drawer fronts that are white, a new white, because your boy sanded it, oh my goodness, sanded it down. So we gotta fix that with new white, and we're gonna fix this baseboard with new white. That's my mic fuzz. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I YouTube? And other than that, we gotta do those 3 things, trace, and then we're done. Right, so we are back on this lovely Friday. What we did is we had to tear apart all the drawers in order to route 1/4" channels for these new 1/4" bottoms that we made. So they're all torn apart, they're all routed. These are all cut. We're gonna use some wood glue, potentially some nails, and we're gonna reassemble these drawers. Let's see how. Because it's for the boys.
Yep.
So what we did is we took, where'd I put it? We took this other sheet of 1/4" plywood and cut 2 4.5" wide strips to create these new backings, because as per usual with any DIY project, our initial idea went wrong. The old backings didn't work anymore, so we cut these new ones, cut them to width, then cut them to length. So now these are in there secured. Bethany is gonna paint our drawer fronts because if you remember, oh no, 1 time for the 2 time, baby, here we go. If you remember, we put wood filler in, so we need these repainted. And once those are repainted, we can put them in, and then we add drawer hardware, that's the word I was looking for, and then this project will be done. So, you'll see me in the next clip doing some drawer hardware. All right, YouTube, so we are back, and here we are. We have our Craig jig set up for our cabinet hardware. Some tips that I'm learning as I go. You're gonna wanna find your center mark, and you mark that on the piece, and then you're gonna go right in here. You see there's that 0" mark. You want that line. I drew 2. I'm referencing the second one because it's the correct one. And you have that right in line with the center of your jig. You set these, I forgot what the term was in the guide, but you're gonna set these to the width of your holes for your actual hardware. So for this hardware, the holes are 3 inches apart. So you can see I have those set right there. This clamp doesn't come with this jig, so make sure you have a clamp that will hold this in place. And then you're gonna set the top of your edge guide to wherever you want the actual hardware to rest. We want these to be in the center of this piece, which is 7 1/4" wide. So I set this to 3 7/8 inch. Because that measurement takes us directly to the center face of this. So once you have your left to right marked, measured, lined up with 0, figure out where the center of your cabinet is. You're gonna mark that on with the edge guide, set that, and then from here we are just good to go to drill these holes for our hardware. So you're gonna see me time lapse. I'm gonna hit all the drawer fronts, and then we'll put on our new handles, and that'll be that. All right, so as you can see here, all of our holes for our hardware are drilled. This Craig jig makes it super easy. All I use is a 3/16 bit on my drill in order to create these chucks. You might want to double check with the hardware specifically, but generally I think that's right around this dimension you use for most hardware, but I could be wrong, so wouldn't be the first time. Unfortunately, I am now gonna put all the hardware on these, and the reason why I said unfortunately is because I was not very smart and I did not bring my bits, so I'm gonna have to use the good old-fashioned screwdriver to secure all these bad boys into place. So I'm gonna do that, but I won't bore you with that. So you'll see us in the next clip. I said us, even though it's just me. All right, whatever. You'll see me in the next clip. All right, so we have all of our hardware done and installed. Next, what we're gonna do is take some urethane spray right here. This is a semi-gloss finish. We're just gonna go over the top of the dresser for a little extra protection because we've worked hard and gotten to this point. So we are gonna do that, touch up some paint areas, and then this project will be done.